Good afternoon. It took me a few days to solve a few problems related to the workshop in uh, Turkey in September, but now the workshop is already prepared, so I can start recording my new videos and new patterns. The photo that you have on the screen I got from a friend. I got it long time ago, really. And she were visiting Morocco, spending a summertime in Morocco, and she was sending me some pictures from there. I was storing them in my computer, but I didn't pay much attention to them because I was busy with other things. The pattern that you have here is from one of the hotels in Marrakesh. And from this, what I found later, this pattern is repeated in many other places. Well, probably not many, but quite a few. And also there is in Morocco a company that is producing bathroom tiles, and she was also using this type of pattern. Colors were changing, but the idea is the same, and I want to talk about the idea because the idea is the most important for me. So let's go to the next page. What I wrote here, if you see, I wrote here three solutions. There are really three solutions, and none of them is really trivial. So let's go through this. First, this is the pattern that we are going to have. We just need the tile. Okay, you can just make a thing like this. Okay, this way. And even you can make it bigger. So you can just take this and start drawing like this. Okay, you see how nice it is. And what you really can expect. First, we are in octagonal geometry. That's the obvious thing. And we are dealing with octagonal geometry. And we have here regular octagons. And then we have here regular squares. Okay, square is always regular, so we don't need to bother too much. Now, the pattern from this octagon looks like this. And if we are able to create this part, then we have ready the whole octagon. The pattern on the square is a consequence of this, what was done in octagon. The lines are just following. So what we have to do, we have to just go further. So File, Document Option, Add Duplicate Page 2. Okay, and then let's start working. I don't need the big picture because I want to do some drawing. So I do it this way. And I wrote here approximate solution. So this will be the solution where we get the pattern not exactly like this one, but not many people will notice this. So approximate very close to the original one. The first thing is that look at this, what you're getting. Here we have a square. Okay, here we have another square. And from the practical point of view, we may expect that both squares will be the same size because it doesn't make much sense for the craftsman develop square and then another square a few millimeters larger or big or smaller. Okay, so they should be square, and this is our assumption. Okay, so I can even write squares should have the same size. Okay, so that is important. We should remember about this because otherwise we will get two different squares. There's nothing wrong with two different squares as long as you are only drawing pattern. But if you are trying to make it out of ceramic tiles, it is turning into big disaster. Okay, so let me to start drawing this. Now, construct two perpendicular lines. Now, I will rotate it to the right 90%, 90 angle but by 4. Okay, that's the one thing I need. And then transform, rotate, but the other way. Okay, so I got this point and I got the triangle. So hide the lines, keep the point. Yes. And then what you do, you just make a midpoint. Okay. Draw a thin segment. This thin segment, or maybe even line. Okay. So I will draw a line and make this line thin because I don't want to make impression that this is part of the tessellation. Okay, and now look how things are going on. This line is going down to the bottom edge, reflects here, and then it reflects on this symmetry line. Okay, so in approximate solution, you can do it, let's say, any way you want, but I will just explain you what is the problem. I just took a random point, okay? And for this random point, I construct parallel line, but make it color black, okay? Now, like I said, reflect above the bottom edge, transform, reflect, and now again reflection, transform, reflect, okay? And you see already that if we start creating, construct perpendicular line, the first square, not this one, but okay, I have to just, okay, this will be more or less like this. So the first square is this one, okay? I can even color it just to make it, okay, just color it with a blue color so you will see. And now how you construct the other square. Just reflect, transform, reflect. Okay, and now the other square is just coming to this edge. Okay, so take this point, construct perpendicular line, and this is the other square. They look close to each other, but everything depends how you choose the point. Okay, look, what is happening when you start choosing different points. Okay, and the question is how to choose the bottom point. So these two squares, because they are squares. Okay, transform, reflect. So these two squares will be the same. Okay, the same size. Okay, so I said approximate solution. Let's remove this point. Let's make a circle. Okay, and that is absolutely fine. And now I choose this point and I say construct parallel line. This point is fixed. Okay, the circle is fixed because it is the circle with such a radius. Now double click, transform, reflect, double click again, transform, reflect. Okay, and now construct perpendicular line and then construct perpendicular line and then here construct perpendicular line. Okay, so I got two squares and practically everything is ready, but I can also do the double click here, transform, reflect. Okay, and look what I can do. I can do segment, display align style medium, and then like this, and like this, and then here, and then here. Okay, and then to this moment. Okay, so now double click. I can hide all these lines, only just keep edit action button, hide and show. So what you do, you just hide them. Okay, now you can just take all these segments. Okay, and this point also, and this point also. Yes, and this. Double click, transform, reflect. You got pattern that is very similar to the original one. Okay, you can put polygons here, but this time I prefer lighter color. Okay, so I think it is okay like this, then another like this. Okay, and then okay, and then and then and finally, okay, something is wrong. Do I have to do this? No, let's keep it without coloring. You can color because this is the same like the background color. And now, okay, so we got this. And now, if you want to make things slightly different, so display color, and let's say, okay, a kind of yellowish. Oh, this is nice color, so you can make it like this. And then what you will do, you just select everything, display line style thin, and now you select the polygons, double click on this line, transform, reflect, okay, and then that is really what you have here. So what you can do, you can just say edit, select all points. Okay, I want to keep these 2 points, so display, okay, just with the button hide and show, so hide points. Now edit, hide and show, so hide these lines. And this is my first tool. First, let's make a tool. So let's make a tool. I will call it triangle 1 because there will be later other types of triangles. So now I have my tool ready. Okay, it is like this. So what I can do, now I can check how good is my work. I take these 2 polygons, these are half of squares, measure areas, okay, and you see the areas of these 2 polygons are not identical but quite close to each other, okay. So this is approximate solution. I said it's not absolutely perfect, but if you want to draw your pattern by hand, it is easy job. So file, document options, add, duplicate, page 7, okay. And now display, show all hidden, okay. I just undo these lines, okay. That is enough for me, okay. Uh, okay, let's hide these 2 big lines, display hide lines, okay, and make all lines solid, okay. You don't want to have them dashed. Hide this circle because you don't need it. Hide this circle. Now take these lines and hide them also, okay. And now what I can do, I can just transform, reflect, okay. And then what I want to do again, okay, I want to just transform, reflect like this. Okay, now, so this is perfect solution for this triangle. But if I want to create this part and make it red, but skipping this thing, this line, so I get a kite and I can make the same way like I made this triangle, I can make a kite. Okay, so transform, rotate 90 degrees. Okay, just make it 45. Okay, like this. So this is my point. Then I got here another segment and another segment like this. Okay, so this is quarter of the square. Now hide this segment. And now what I have to do, really, okay, look how far I am. This line, okay, this line, that's the line that is going to this point, okay. Now this line, that is the line like this. So what we have to do, we just have Okay. Yeah, okay, just make it color black. Okay, that's this. Okay, that's this. Okay. And now you certainly see that this part is less accurate than the other one. Okay. But what we can do, so now let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. And now what we can do, now make them everything thin, line style thin. Okay. And then I just need these 2 points for the future. Okay, this one, this one, this one. Okay, and then create a new tool, points. I just want to have them for the next solution. Okay, now if I select all these lines, I can hide them. I don't need these lines. Display hide segments. Okay, now points, edit, select all points and just uncheck these two and then hide these points. Okay, so we got second part and we can just make it like this and make another tool. Yes, okay, so this is the kite pattern and this is fine. And now let's go to the new page, add blank page. The blank page is fine. So we can start by drawing what? By drawing octagon. Okay, I am trying to speed things because otherwise, okay, look at this. And what we can do, okay, just in the original design, let's look at this. The squares are like this. Okay, display color yellow and display align style medium. Okay, so squares are located in corners of octagons. That's my octagon. Okay, it is going like this. So let's go to this page and now let's start. Okay, I need octagon. Okay, and then what I can do, I take a few squares. Okay, you can construct this tessellation quite easily, but I don't want to spend much time on a solution that is only approximate. Okay, and now let's take what squares. I need squares just to give you idea that I'm really doing a proper tessellation. And now I just need lines because I need edges for everything. And that is this. Okay, and then what I do, I select the corner points. Okay, and this is the corner points. Now select all polygons, edit, action button, hide and show. So we will be able to hide polygons if we don't need them. Now go back to to what? To the triangle 1 pattern. Okay. Now, okay, nothing is wrong. Send to back this thing. Okay. So I do this. And now the kite pattern I am doing this way, okay, and then this way. And then the other kites. Yeah, okay. And then the one here. You see how the pattern is just creating from the templates that we made, the tools that we created a moment ago. Okay. And then take the triangle 1. Okay, don't worry, the colors are disappearing because they are hidden behind. Okay, that's the one. And now this one here, this one here, and this one here. Okay, and what you can do, you can just say hide polygons. Okay, you see what you got? We got our pattern. Yes, and we can select all these lines, hide these objects, okay? And now I need just segments like this one, okay? Now in the next thing, I can select, edit, select all points, okay? Do I need to leave any points? Yes, I need to leave corner points, just like this. Display hide objects. Okay, I didn't want to hide the line, but it was selected for some reason. Okay, and now what I can do, I can just make large polygon as a background. Now send it to the back. Okay, now color it. You have to make something that will be really very, very impressive. Okay, I can do like this. Okay, I think I got quite good result. So display line style thin. Okay, now select, edit, select all segments, display color black. Okay, and we got the same pattern. Okay, is this similar to the one that we got here? Of course, colors are different, but go here. Now I have to move it to the left. Okay, and then you can see what we got. Okay, if you want to make it bigger, there's no problem with this. You can just reflect it, transform, reflect. Okay, this is normal. Send to the back. Okay, now I remove this segment. Now again, if you want, you can just take the whole thing just this way up to these 2 points. You don't need to bother about the points because the pattern is not really very complicated. So reflect. Okay, and now I have to hide myself. And now going down, and what to do? Select, send this back, Now take this one, send to the back. Okay. And now I don't need these two lines. Display, hide these segments, and now make it smaller so you will be able to compare this what we did. Okay, I think the size is more or less the same. More or less, okay. So now you have to just look at these two patterns and see if they are much different. Okay, for example, just this part. It is like here, it is like here. And the star, double star, it looks like this. So the pattern, a person with, let's say, not very good eye, well, I think average person will not notice that these squares here, this one and this one, they are different. They look the same. Okay, so this is the approximate method. Points, edit, select all points, display, hide points. This is the approximate method. And this is the end for this video. And in the next videos, I will continue this pattern, but I will talk about so-called locus solution, which is a very good solution and is typical for a computer program. And I will talk also about SDD half construction, and this will be related to the silver ratio. You know, in geometry, you have golden ratio, you have silver ratio. So this will be related to the silver ratio thing. And I used both things before I made a pattern like this using a color template, this one. And it was quite nice. And you see, you can find this on Instagram, on my profile with these big dots and so on. Okay, so let's finish this part and then we can start working on the second part. Okay, it is always, yeah, okay.